guys, so today I am filming my Hit or Quit It Thoughts on Hauls number 72. If you guys have never seen one of these videos from me before, I will have my playlist linked down below, and I am going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul from a year ago to let you know my current thoughts on those products. This haul was so big that this is going to be a two-parter. Part one is going to be where I'm reviewing all the things I got from Ulta, and part two will be Sephora and everything else. And I apologize if the lighting is weird. I'm still don't have curtains. This is the second video I'm filming in our new house, and it is 7 o'clock at night and the sun is setting. I've got my lights on, so it might be a little weird, so I'm going to try to hurry so that the lighting at least can stay consistent. So like I said, today we're just going to be reviewing the things I got from Ulta. So I got a lot of hair products. This was during the hair event they have annually, and then I got a lot of palettes as well. So starting with the hair products, I had a little freebie of the Bumble Thickening Go Big treatment, and this is something that I felt kind of like sticky in my hair. It wasn't really doing anything for me to thicken. I think this is something that is best when used in conjunction with the thickening styling product. I think this would probably be better for people that have wavy hair or curly hair. I think it would help enhance it and like fluff it up, but for me and my pretty thin, not like the most thin, but like I don't have thick hair anymore. I used to, but years and years of dyeing my hair, it's kind of thinned out a bit. But I have very straight, thinnish hair, so it just didn't do anything for me, so I would not repurchase it. If I got any more minis of it, I would pass it on. The next thing was the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy Luster Lock Instant Shine and Repair Treatment. This is something I use as a deep conditioner. I did use up a deluxe size sample in the past, and I loved it, so I decided to purchase this in the full size when it was half off. You can see that this still has the tape on it. I haven't used it yet. I really like this. It is very conditioning, it has a great scent. I haven't tried anything else from this line, but definitely do recommend it, and I probably will repurchase this in the future. Next, I had gotten, I believe, 2 of the Klorane dry shampoo with oat milk. This is a really awesome high-end dry shampoo. It's $20 full price, so half off makes it 10 bucks, which is a phenomenal price for dry shampoo. I use dry shampoo every other day, so a full-size bottle usually lasts me around 3 months, and this is a really, really good one. It used to be my holy grail, but now I prefer the Dry Bar Detox dry shampoo, and for a while that Dry Bar dry shampoo never went on sale, but I was able to pick up a few bottles since Christmas that were half off. So now that that dry shampoo has been going on sale as well, I will purchase that one over this one. But I do have several bottles of this that I do need to use up. I have some mini sizes and some full sizes. It's still very good. I do think that it soaks up the oil very nicely. It makes my hair feel fresh, look fresh, has a nice scent. I just think that the Dry Bar is better because it has a better scent, soaks up oil better, and it gives a little bit more volume. So I really like this one, but that one I like just a little bit more. But if you have tried the scent and you don't like it, I would recommend this one. And the next product would be 2 bottles of the Eva NYC Freshen Up Dry Shampoo. I believe that Eva NYC is like drugstore alternative to the Amika brand, which has a phenomenal dry shampoo. It's a great formula, and it has more of like a huckleberry scent, which I love. But it's pricey, so I was excited to try the Eva NYC for a great price. And the formula was really nice, but the scent was like vanilla, and I don't like vanilla at all. I could not stand the scent of it. It wasn't really intense, but it was strong enough for me, so I did pass it on to my sister, and it's not something that I would repurchase because of the scent. But if you like vanilla, I think it's a good product, and I would recommend it for you. Next, I had purchased an Ulta Beauty Gorgeous Hair Day dry shampoo starter kit that had 5 different dry shampoos. The first one is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. I've tried this before. I do think this does a good job of soaking up the oil in my hair, has a nice light scent to it. I do like this one, but I like Klorane a little bit more, and of course I do prefer Dry Bar. So I have several minis of this, and I'm going to use them all up, but I would not purchase it. Then it had a mini Klorane dry shampoo with oat milk, which you already know I like. And then there were 3 that I still haven't tried yet. I know. So the first is the one by Frederik Fekai. Then I have the Kenra Volume Dry Shampoo and the Rusk Restart Dry Shampoo. And these are like the next 3 that I'm going to be using, and you will hear my thoughts on these in my 365 days of samples updates. I will review these dry shampoos, so I'll be curious to see if I like these as well as my favorite high-end ones. Next, I got the Ulta Beauty Gorgeous Hair Protect Your Color Kit, which also had 5 different products in it. The first thing was the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In for Blondes. I still have not tried this one yet. I am currently using the It's a 10 with keratin. I like that one. The scent is just okay for me. I love the original so much, so I'm definitely excited to try this one out and see if I'm noticing a difference in what it's doing to my hair. But the It's a 10 leave-in hair products I think are some of the best leave-ins out there, definitely in my top 3, and I would absolutely recommend any of their leave-in hair treatments. Next was a Redken hair treatment. I'll have to put a picture on the screen for you. This scent is just okay. It was a really basic blah leave-in for me, and I had a couple more like backups, and I passed them all on to friends or put them in giveaways because it's just not a favorite for me. Next was a small bottle of the Joico K-Pack Color Therapy Luster Lock Shine Repair Treatment, which you already know that I love. And then it was a mini shampoo conditioner of the Matrix Keep Me Vivid Shampoo and Conditioner. I just used up the conditioner. I'm still working on the shampoo. And I just don't like the scent of this. It smells like vanilla, but also like licorice, and the formula was just okay. I didn't notice anything special from it. I definitely have tried other shampoo and conditioners I like better formula wise and also scent wise, so I had another set of these minis and I did decide to pass it on. Just okay, would not recommend or repurchase it. And that is all for the hair products. Then I had repurchased my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC15. I absolutely love this concealer. It's sweating a little bit because it's so hot in this house. This is such a great cream concealer to clean up brows, clean up shadow. I mostly use this to fill in forehead wrinkles. It's great for covering blemishes. Absolutely love this. And what's awesome is this will last you ages because it has the same packaging as a MAC eyeshadow, but it's not in a pan. In here, literally the product goes all the way down to the bottom of the jar. So all of this is full with concealer. So this is totally worth the money because of how much product you get in here. Then I get a bunch of products from Juvia's Place. I think I ended up getting these all about half off. So I got a highlight, a blush palette, and 3 eyeshadow palettes. One of the eyeshadow palettes I did return. That would be the Nubian 3 Coral palette. I did post some looks with that on YouTube and on Instagram. In my original haul video, I was wearing the more gray tone look from that palette, so I will have that linked for you guys so you can see that makeup look. And there were 2 shades in this palette that I really loved, especially one of the shimmers. The coral shimmers was insanely gorgeous, but I knew that the other shades I had very similar things, and I was not going to use those more gray tones, which would be 4 of the shades in that palette, so I did end up returning that, but I did keep the other products. So the first one is the Tribe Highlighter in Volume 3, which is the lightest shade, and this is a really intense icy highlighter. Like, bam. You can blend this out though. I love how pigmented it is. I really love this shade. It is very, very flattering on me, but this can be pretty icy. But this does have a very similar foil dimethicone formula like their shadows do, and this does really accentuate texture on my cheek. So this is not my favorite highlighter formula because it is so dimethicone. I feel like I have to use a particular brush with it. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. This is actually in my chopping block because compared to the other highlighters I have, I don't love this formula as much as I love some of the others like the Ofra highlight formula. So I'm going to test this more and we'll see if I want to keep it or not, but I don't think this is a bad product. It's very pretty on the skin. I think it's just something I just have to maybe play around with application. Then for my blush palette, that would be the Saharan Blush Volume 2. And this comes with 6 shades in here, and I've only played with this a little bit. I pulled this to the side to get some more use out of this as well. The colors in here are beautiful. This is totally my kind of shade, which is Lena. I'm a little scared of these two right here. These other ones I think are really beautiful. I really love them. So I need to play around with this a little bit more, but I think that these are such a great price and have really nice shades, and volume 1 has really good shades for deep skin. Then for the eyeshadow palettes, I have Saharan 2. I think the color combo is a little random, but I don't dislike it. These shades up here are a little dark for me, but I like that they're not, you know, just like a basic brown or black. And then we have the Tribe palette. These 3 shades here scare me, but these 6 here I think are incredible and so stunning. I have played with this a little bit and I've been really impressed with it. Unfortunately, I haven't used either of these palettes very much. I definitely need to pull them out and make myself use them. The next palette I purchased was the Urban Decay Born to Run. I ended up getting this half off, which is an amazing deal, and there are so many great shades in here, and I unfortunately have not used this a ton. There are a few shades in here that I'm absolutely in love with. The first would be this color Stranded. That's an amazing lid shade, and then the other look I created that I absolutely love would be Big Sky on the lid, Still Shot as my transition color, and Riff as my crease color. These are so my kind of shades. I love them. I would love to buy them in singles. I love them that much, and these are 2 amazing lid shades, but I know I would like that copper. I've heard that the more purpley shades in here are a little bit of a dud, but I haven't tried them, so I definitely need to make myself pull for this more. I could say that with so many things in my collection, but I am so happy to have this palette. I think it has a really nice formula, and I really like this assortment of shades. And the next thing I had purchased was the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Ring the Alarm palette. I have Bling Boss, and I actually really love that one, so I wanted to pick this one up as well because these are my type of colors. I do love a lot of warm neutrals, and I've played with this a little bit, and the times I have used it, I do think that this one has a really nice formula. I feel like the 2 that I bought had the best reviews out of the 4 palettes. So again, this is another one I need to use it more, but I got a good price for this, and I think it's a nice palette. I really do. And my next palette is limited edition. This was the LA Girl Haute Heat Vacay Everyday palette. I love this. You have purples and warm neutrals, which is right up my alley. The mattes in here I think are just okay, but the metallics are out of this world. They're very dimethicone-y. They look very foiled and reflective on the eye. These 2 shades right here are my top 2, but I really love the look I created with this one as well. I think the mattes go nicely with it. They're definitely more buildable. They're not so punchy like the shimmers are, but I'm really impressed with this palette. I would definitely purchase more eyeshadows from LA Girl in the future, but if you can find this palette online, I definitely recommend picking it up. Next, I purchased the Physicians Formula and Casey Holmes Butter Collab box set, which had a perfume, Muru butter lipstick, and it had 4 eyeshadows, which I believe was the first time Physicians Formula released eyeshadows, and then limited edition bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And I bought it because it was such an amazing price, but I ended up returning it because I knew I didn't love the products, and the box was so bulky. I knew I was not going to reach for it, and it was going to be very hard to store, so I did return that unused. And the very last thing we have was a beauty break from Anastasia. It had a mini of the Brow Wiz pencil in taupe, which I do really enjoy. It's a great micro brow pencil, but I think that the NYX micro brow works just as well, and Benefit Precisely My Brow is my #1. So I wouldn't purchase that one, but if I ever get freebies, I do use them up. Then I had gotten a mini lip gloss in Saint Tropez, which was a really beautiful warm pink, but this did have a shimmer to it, almost like a metallic flip. And because the Anastasia glosses are so pigmented, they're not my favorite. If they had more of a medium opacity, I would love them, but they're too fully opaque and they are a little thick on the lips, so the color and formula just wasn't for me. Then I had a mini liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. I ended up putting this in a giveaway because I do have the full size, which I really enjoy the color of. I think it's really beautiful. The Anastasia formula is not my favorite because I do find it to be very drying. And then lastly, we had a full size single shadow, and this one is in the shade Rose Gold, which is actually more of like a copper color, but it's very pigmented and reflective, and I'll swatch it for you, and super smooth. So I definitely recommend this shade. I love the Anastasia singles in general. I do have several of them. Hey guys, today I am filming my part 2 for my Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 72. So I had purchased several things from Sephora. The first was the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This is the best spot cleaner ever. It does have a really nice vanilla scent. It is a little bit strong, but I do get used to it, and once it dries down, it's really nice. I do think this dries out your brushes a little bit, especially if you have white hair eye brushes. Those tend to dry out, but I think that's just those kind of brushes in general. Even when washing them with regular brush shampoo, I noticed that they can dry out a little bit. But this type of product I really only use on my eye brushes. It does work for face brushes too, but I just have to use so much of it. I prefer to use this on my eye brushes if I'm really quickly wanting to change a color, or if I'm going to be going out of town and I'm feeling too lazy to actually wash my brushes. I'll spot clean them because I hate putting dirty brushes in a makeup bag. So this is a holy grail product of mine. I've purchased it several times and I am going to continue doing so. I also got two 100-point perks at this time. The first is the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb Moisturizer. It comes in a little size like this. This is 10 mils or 0.33 fluid ounces. This is my favorite daytime moisturizer. It gives my oily skin the perfect amount of moisture. I have several more minis and foil samples that I'm going to use at first, but that is something I will purchase in the future. I do think it's phenomenal. The other 100-point perk was the Tarte Drench Lip Rescue, which is their tinted lip balm, and this is in the shade Nude. This is a very soft formula, so it has some little marks in it from rolling up and down in the packaging, but let me do a little swatch. So that's a little swatch of it. As you can see, it is super sheer. This is pretty comfortable and pretty hydrating, but I really haven't used it a ton. I think it's nice, but if I'm gonna go for a lip balm, I am gonna just use my EOS lip balms. I think those are fantastic. Tinted lip balms are nice, but they're not necessary for me, so I won't repurchase it, but I really have enjoyed using it the times that I have. The next thing I purchased was the Pat McGrath Bronze Temptation Palette, and this has 6 shadows in it, I believe 4 shimmers and 2 mattes. I did show you several different looks with this palette on my Instagram stories, and I did save it as a highlight, so I will have that link down below for you guys, but I did end up returning this palette. I thought the mattes were just so, and out of the shimmers, there were 1 or 2 that were very impressive and foiled, and what I guess people are talking about when they say Pat McGrath has a special eyeshadow formula, but the other 2 were just regular, and I was ready for my socks to be blown off, and they just weren't. They was just dangling by my toes and like not good enough for me. So I did end up returning that palette because even though I got it for a great price, it was still very pricey and I didn't need it. And as you guys can see by part 1 of this haul, I purchased a lot of palettes this month, so that one went back. But I did get a little freebie with this purchase, which would be the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. I kind of like the scent in this. It says with fig extract, and it definitely does have that like sweet scent to it. It's not my favorite, but it's not overpowering. I do like this. I think this is a nice matte primer because it is really smooth. It's easy to apply. It's not one of those gluey, sticky matte primers. So this is something that I am excited to use up and develop even more opinions on. But this is a mattifying primer that I think would work well for like normal to oily skin types. Whereas some other mattifying primers I say are only best for like the oiliest people out there. This one I think would work for a lot of people. So definitely do recommend that. Next I purchased a Sephora favorite set called Sun-Kissed Glow. And I also filmed a bunch of little clips of me reviewing the products, swatching them, and putting them on my face on my Instagram stories, which I saved as a highlight. So that will be linked as well. I did end up returning this set because the price is cut off. I'm sure it was like $45 or something, or $35 maybe. I just know it was really pricey, but it did come with several products, 2 full sizes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minis. So I'm assuming it probably was around $45. And I will have like the details what was included down below. I know it had a Marc Jacobs Dewdrops, which is a really nice liquid highlight formula, but the shade is too dark for me. Then it had a Sephora gel lip gloss in a beautiful peachy nude shade, but I've tried that gloss formula before and I don't like it. That shade pretty, but I don't like the scent of that gloss. I don't like the texture of it. Then It had the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder in the Glow version. This is something that you really need to use as like a dusting finishing powder. Don't put it on with a sponge or it's gonna look absolutely insane. I did accidentally get sent that from Costco. I thought I was buying the original. They sent the Glow version because they mislabeled it on the website, so they just let all the customers keep it for free. So I haven't tested that one out yet. I will eventually, but I don't have high hopes for it. I definitely don't think it compares to the original. Then there was an Artist Couture loose highlighter in the shade Conceited. That was too dark for me. I've tried one other Artist Couture highlight and it was just too glittery. Loose highlights are just messy for me to begin with, but I feel like his highlights, even though I've only tried two, tend to be a little bit too glittery for my liking. So those 4 things I did not like, but the other 4 things I did like, which would be the 2 full size and 2 of the minis. The 2 full-size products I liked, but I didn't love, or I couldn't justify keeping the set for them because I had similar things. The first would be one of the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow sticks. It was very smooth. It had nice metallic sheen to it. It was really, really beautiful, but I have similar shades and formulas in my collection. Then I had one of the Tarte Sea Glass liquid shadows in a really pretty peachy color. Very beautiful, but I have similar shades from Stila and Pixie, so I couldn't justify it. And I would love to try both of those formulas again. I'm not a huge liquid shadow person, so I don't know that I would purchase a Tarte, even though it may be on sale, because I have seen it on sale before. The Charlotte Tilbury Shadow Stick, I have other formulas I prefer. Well, I wouldn't say I prefer. I like just as well that are cheaper, like Laura Mercier and the Balm. So I would purchase from those brands over the Charlotte Tilbury. But if either of those fell into my lap as freebies or gifts, I would absolutely keep them, use them, love them. So then there were 2 minis that I actually ended up purchasing separately because I really loved them so much. And the first one is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Shady Biz, which is the second lightest shade in the range. I could have definitely gone with the lightest shade, but I am happy I got this one. This is a really beautiful warm tone color that doesn't look too orangey on me. This is a nice matte formula. It's very pigmented. It blends out quite nicely. Very, very happy to have this one in my collection. Definitely recommend it, and I think that they have a really wonderful shade selection. And then I purchased off of eBay, I believe, this mini Becca highlighter in the shade of Vanilla Quartz, which is a really pretty like icy white, but it has a peachy gold shift. I'm not sure if it's gonna pick up. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but it's so beautiful, and this is a shade that works really well in my skin tone. I do like the Becca highlighter formula. It's not my #1, but I do have several shades, and I do think it's so impressive and pretty. You can see that it's a little bit more peachy when you blend it out, but definitely love both of these products, and I am really happy with my decision to return the set and just buy these 2. But with that purchase, I also got a freebie, and I chose the Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. I have not tried this one yet, but I know it has an hourglass shaped brush, but it's even more intense. It actually looks like a literal hourglass where it's very skinny in the middle and very fat on the ends. And the brush is huge. I honestly don't know that I'm going to like this, but I definitely do want to try it out. So I will let you guys know in a future empties, but I don't have the highest hopes for it. We'll see. So that was everything I had gotten from Sephora. Then I had picked up something from MAC, and that would be this trio of mini Fix Plus setting sprays. These are all different scents, and this set was on sale. I can't remember how much. You can check out my original video for that, but I have not used any of these yet. The scents are rose, lavender, and coconut. I definitely bought this set on an impulse. I might like the lavender, but I know I don't really like rose and coconut scents. So for me, it's gonna depend how strong these are. I do love Fix Plus in general. I do think it's great to help melt your makeup in together to make it look more natural on the skin. It's a product that I'll probably buy forever. But yeah, I probably, actually definitely did not need these, and I haven't tried them yet, so I can't even give you my thoughts, unfortunately. I know. with my MAC order, I did get a freebie of the Prep and Prime Natural Radiance Primer in Radiant Yellow. I believe I had put that one in the giveaway because I've tried that in the past. It gives a little bit of hydration to the skin, but I've tried the pink version and the yellow version. As soon as you blend it onto your skin, they go translucent, so they don't color correct at all, like at all. It doesn't matter what color you get. That primer just doesn't do anything for me, so it's not something I would recommend or repurchase. Next was another palette purchase. This is the Colored Rain Safari Rain, which I believe was limited edition, but they have brought it back a couple of times. I don't know why they make this limited edition because it's so nice. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's throwing off my lighting. So this is a beautiful palette. You have 9 shades in here. You have 4 mattes, 5 shimmers. I haven't used all the shades, but from what I have tried, it's very pigmented. It blends nicely, and I just love this shade selection here. I have a couple singles from Colored Rain, and I have had the Queen of Hearts palette in the past. I would definitely love to purchase some more singles for them. I think they have a great formula. I would just love for them to come out with some more products. I know that they do have several other palettes in their line, but nothing I'm really that interested in. So I would love to see more from this brand in terms of shadow, but definitely recommend this palette for the color and the formula. And here is what the Safari Rain palette looks like up close. Next, I had picked up 2 things from Marshalls, which would be 2 of the NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil. This is something that was unfortunately discontinued. This is a holy grail product of mine that I've literally been using since the beginning of my makeup wearing days, my channel, since I started watching YouTube videos, and that was 2010. So I've been using this product for 10 years, and I'm so sad it's discontinued. So I basically will comb out my brows with a spoolie, then I will apply this, then I'll go over top with my brow powder and then set it with a brow gel. I don't necessarily know if this is like a necessary step for me, but I do notice when I don't use it because I'm so used to using this every day. This does a great job of helping your brow pencil really stick to your brows and to your skin. This is something that I would say is essential if you use brow powder. That way it's not just, you know, wiping away and stuff. This will hold it in place really well. I would not use this as a final step in place of an actual like brow mascara because they don't do the same thing for me, and this is gonna like drag your color around. It's gonna make your brows look a little bit thick if you do this as your last step, but as your first step I think it's amazing. So I'm super bummed that this is discontinued, but it does take me a year to get through one of these, and I just opened this new one, and then I do have one backup. So I should be able to use this for the next 2 years, and then at that point we'll decide what I'm going to do. Milani used to make one, but I think that's been discontinued as well. Anastasia makes one, but very pricey. So we'll see what happens 2 years from now. Okay, next would be my Sephora Play from January 2019. And this was actually a pretty good one. Well, I guess I just have like 2 like Holy Grail products in here. I guess it wasn't that great. So the first one was the freebie. It was the Klorane Anti-Pollution Shampoo and Conditioner. If I'm remembering correctly, this one has like a minty scent, which I really loved. I think mint shampoos like really help to stimulate my scalp, make it feel extra clean. So I did enjoy that, but I don't think I would repurchase that because I have other minty shampoos that I like just as well or better, like the Bosley shampoo. I would purchase that one over the Klorane, but I would be happy to get some minis of it to use up some more foil samples. Next thing was the Tarte Found Sealer in the shade 13 in Fair Neutral. And this is a beautiful medium coverage foundation with a glowy finish. I loved the way that this looked on my skin, but this is not meant for oily people. It was a slip slide sleigh ride all over the neighborhood on my face. It was so awful looking by the end of the day, which is such a shame. There have been so many products that I've tried that like made me wish I had dry skin because I think they're so fantastic, and this is one of them. So if you have dry skin, you're looking for a really solid medium coverage foundation, highly recommend this one. I'd say if you're dry to normal, but if you're combo oily, I don't really think this is gonna work for you. Even when I paired it with other mattifying products, it was not working, but I wanted it to work so bad. Next was the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Berry. I love this scent. I love this lip sleeping mask. I'm not gonna need to buy a full size anytime soon because I have a lot of lip balms in my collection, but these jars last me forever. This is an absolute must-have. I will eventually buy it in the full size, but I don't need to right now, but I do highly recommend that. It's very, very moisturizing. They have a lot of great scents. Next was the Herbivore Rose Hibiscus Coconut Water Hydrating Facial Mist. I don't really like facial mists unless it's Max Fix Plus. The scent was just okay. I felt like it was just scented water, so I did pass it on. Then I had the Biossance Squalane and Tea Tree Detox Mask. I haven't tried that one yet. Then I had another of the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. I already told you guys how much I love this. And lastly was a First Aid Beauty Berry Air Cream. I have not tried this one yet either, but if it's a year old, that means it's one of the next ones for me to use up. So you will hear a review on it in the coming months on my 365 Days of Sample series. In my series, not on my series. And lastly, I had some PR from Pixi, which was their vitamin C line, which included the juice cleanser, the tonic, the lotion, the caviar balm, and the serum. And unfortunately, I have not used any of those products yet. I have so much skincare in my collection, and I've been using my mini so much that I need to go back to using my full size and trying to like rotate them. I just use such little product, things last me forever. So I will test them out and I will review them for you guys in the future. I'm so ashamed I haven't used them yet. Let me know down below, are you guys someone that only opens up one product at a time, or do you have several products in the same category open at the same time to try out different things when it comes to skincare? Makeup, of course, but skincare, I tend to like, I have one serum, I'm gonna use it till it's gone. But let me know what you do. Maybe I should try multiple things, because things do go bad even if you don't open them. So I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. But guys, this was part 2 of my thoughts on hauls number 72. I would love to know your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. Let me know how my lighting is in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.